action.
Hi lovers and dreamers, I'm Linda.
I'm Lisa.
And we're Love Talk.
Episode 3.
So, in episode 2, we walk you guys through, we went back to our very first date, but we missed out something very, very, very important. I was shocked then and I'm still shocked now that I can't believe I shared this with her.
We have a huge, important, unbelievable conversation at the very beginning of our first date. We went to the movie, but even before the movie, we sat down and we chatted.
Right, because we were early.
We're early and I can't find Starbucks nearby. Anyway.
So we sat down, I think 15-20 minutes, before the movie started. And I could not believe on our first date. And this is the reason why I feel like we're so in sync. It's just meant to be. It's because I told her, because remember I'm in my late 40s, right? So I told her, if 3 things doesn't happen by the time I hit 50.
So let me rewind a little bit. You know, on your first date, okay, your first date was a stranger that you met online, and you're nervous. I mean, I was nervous. We sit down. What do? We start to have little small talk, right? To get to know each other here and there. And this Linda does not really understand small talk. She gave me a big talk. So like, how about you? What do you do? What's your interest? And the common.
Yeah.
And then she started sharing about
Your hobbies, what you
like to do, what you want to do. And then she started to share to me the 3 things.
If I cannot get my book published, if I'm not a published writer, and the third thing is if I don't find true love by the time I'm 50, I told her that I was going to join the monastery, shave off my head, and become a monk.
And I was like, don't you think?
She was quiet.
I was quiet for a moment. First of all, she wants to be a writer. So, and we should tell them about it later. But anyway, so I was trying to be polite.
She was. There was a long pause.
Dead quiet.
Do you remember what you said to me?
I'm like, at first I said, isn't that too short?
Yeah.
It's like 2 years, right?
Right.
So 2 years for you to write a book.
Okay, so now she just revealed my age.
That's okay.
Okay,
They don't know how old you are. They don't know how old you are right now. So,
Yes, they do.
that's not the point. So you're in the late 40s.
Okay.
So I said, isn't that too short to find true love? Because I've been searching over 40 years and I have been finding it. And she only gave herself this teeny weeny window to find your true love.
Well, I've been looking and I've been searching. I've been going in and out of relationship many years, just like you too.
And then
you come to a point where you're like, okay,
just give up.
Yeah, because I was happy being single. Even though I went online, but it doesn't mean that I was desperate to just hook up or any. So, I was at that point where it's like, okay.
I'm gonna pause for a second.
Okay.
Speaking of online, because last episode I shared my purpose to go online. I want to go on dates after dates after dates. I want to dress up pretty, go have fun. What's your reason to go online at the first place?
You mean at the very beginning when I went?
Yeah.
Oh, to find love.
Oh.
At the very beginning.
So you were trying to find true love online.
Yes.
Wow. Well, the universe answered you. Didn't it?
Oh.
Okay. So, and then after that, I would start thinking, and I asked her, what if you only did one before? Like, what if you only wrote the book, but you didn't find your true love? Or you found a true love, but you didn't write a book? Are you still going to be and shake your head?
She blew my mind because nobody had ever, because I shared that with my besties, right? And no one asked the question that she did. Okay, what happened if you got 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3? What would you do? You know, and I was like speechless.
But you did came up with an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you said is if you were to find your true love, but you didn't write the book, then you can't just leave your true love and say, bye bye, because I didn't write a book, I'm going to be a monk, right?
Yeah.
So that was accomplished.
So then that tells you the number one priority out of those 3, the one that would keep me from shaving out my head and becoming a monk, which nobody believed when I told them that. It's true love.
Oh, God.
Nobody believed that I was going to be a monk. They laugh.
I laughed.
Yep.
I laughed so hard. And we just met. I'm trying to be polite, but I'm like, that's not happening. Because with the conversation we had, first of all, I asked her, do you know that you cannot eat meat as a monk?
Oh, what? I love to eat.
And there's no sex at all?
Including self-love.
No, you can't. And she
I
didn't know that. She didn't know that. Can you believe it? What kind of Asian are you?
Self-love is not the same thing as, you know,
You're not.
sex.
You're supposed to have a higher love, and you should not have any desire. That's the whole purpose.
To me, all I thought was about shaving off my head, wearing a monk outfit,
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
meditate,
Uh-huh.
do good deeds,
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
No.
I didn't think about.
All
Of
the-
course, I know that they have to be vegetarian. Okay, I could live with that. But the self-love, there's no self-love.
That's gonna kill her. That's gonna kill her.
Too much information.
So I always joked at this day that, well, obviously you found your true love.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Obviously, it didn't happen though.
and the good news is she did eventually wrote her book.
And got it published.
I got it published before
That's
the time,
much later.
before the time limit.
Way before.
Yes. So I always tease that I saved not her, but the Montes.
Yeah. She always said that she saved the monastery from me
Yes.
because she thinks they would kick me out.
No, you drive them crazy.
Oh,
you
I would
drive them
crazy.
nuts. So if she were to be a monk, she's gonna break every rules. She's gonna drive all the other monks crazy, and she eventually will be kicked out. So I saved them, and I saved you.
She did. So it's like, why are we talking about our love story? It's because, like I say, and we have repeat this quite a few times. We found each other over 40, and even to this day, we know a few friends that haven't found true love over 40. And what is true love? How do you know when you find it? It's just.
What's your word?
Wasn't one word?
Yes. When you found true love.
Effortless.
That's the word I was gonna say too.
Effortless. Like you don't have to try too hard. You don't have to hold back. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to underdo it. You don't overthink.
Nothing.
It's a joy. We're so blessed. We feel so blessed and so thankful. We're really truly happy with each other every day.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, oh, it's the beginning of, it's the beginning, you guys are in the honeymoon stage and this and that. But you know what though? I'm telling you, that may or may not be true for some people, but for us, and I believe that there's plenty of other people out there, couples out there like us, where it's not true for them because they truly find somebody that they connect to on so many different levels. And we talk a lot, we communicate. Communication is key, but honest communication. You could talk, but if you're not honest, it's just talk.
So the bottom line is we're so happy every day, and we're so in love. And speaking of the honeymoon stage, Linda and I decided we're not going to have a honeymoon. We're going to have a honey life. So the honeymoon stage is going to last all the way till the end of our life. So it's a honey life. And we want to share our joy and happiness and our secret of love to be with love, to stay in love, and to be happy every day with your true love. That's why we have the love talk.
Yes, yes. I mean, if it helps one person, great. If it helps 100 people, great. If it helps 1,000 people, great. But because we're also, again, we believe in law of attraction. And one of the things about the law of attraction, and as you get to know us, we'll share more about why we believe it, especially for me.
She influenced me.
Yeah. I introduced Lisa to law of attraction. And there's, so many examples of where law of attraction happens and manifests and became real and true for me. She's an example. She's an example. So the point I'm trying to say is that if you know about law of attraction, is you share it, you pass it on. That's how you live a life of gratitude, by returning what was given to you. And that's what we're trying to do.
We really want to share with you. Doesn't matter what's your sexual orientation. Love is love. You are in love, as long as you're in love with the person. Communication, when we have the secret, we have the passion for each other, we can share with you, and we really want to. Okay, so let me go back to a little bit serious right now, because I really want to share about this part too.
Yes.
I'm a good girl.
Yes.
And I went on the first date with Linda. And from the last episode, we know the first date turned out to the next morning breakfast.
Yay!
So, but, ladies and gentlemen out there, the advice that this Linda had for those of you who went on the first date was actually, maybe unless you're 110% sure, you don't do what I did.
Yeah.
You want to be very careful. You want to have your backup plan B, do all the silly things like, okay, have a best friend calls you, or go to public place. You don't want to actually bring, even though I'm a bad example, but I'm the lucky one.
Yeah.
You want to be safe.
And not everybody out there are good people. And especially if you're a girl, a woman, a female, we wouldn't recommend doing what we did.
No, not at all.
Right? Because not everybody out there are good. And that's our very important piece of advice. When I went to meet up with her, to pick her up, I know my heart, I know who I am, what I am, but she doesn't know who I am, right? And then same thing with her, she knows who she is, but I didn't know who she is. For all I know, she could be with, a boyfriend, a guy, and, something bad happened.
Or you could be a serial killer.
Oh, yes, right? I mean, anything.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, because we all know, we've all heard horrible stories about online dating and the internet. And you know what? Some of it is exaggerated, but a lot of it is true.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're the lucky one. We don't recommend you to do that unless you're 110% sure that person is trustworthy. We had a long phone call, have a lot of conversation. I feel it. So the difference between us is I feel that she's a good person, and she felt that I was a good person.
Right.
But if you are not sure, drive 2 cars, go to a public place, enjoy your first date.
Yeah, you actually meet
and
up
safe.
in a public place.
Yes.
Yeah. But COVID-19.
Zoom. That works too.
That's safe.
Zoom dating.
You don't have to wear a mask or anything.
Okay, so we have a fun episode coming up for 4th Love Talk, which is...
A second date.
No.
No?
I forgot. That's why she needs me.
What?
We're going to do the 10 questions.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so in the fourth episode, type in questions, comments, whatever you have for us or for Lisa or for myself, okay? And we'll respond to them in the future episode. And also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Thank you. So in the 4th episode, it's gonna be fun. You guys all heard about,
Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare, unboxing, what's in my handbag. In my case, what's in my pocket.
Or what's in my brain, what's your thinking.
Yeah.
So we are going to secretly write questions for each other that we did not ask each other yet.
It would be on a piece of paper, 5 questions. Neither one of us know what's on that piece of paper. I'll give her my 5 questions. She give hers to me, and we have to answer it honestly while filming.
Yes. And if you have any question for both of us to answer, feel free to write in a comment. We'll answer it next week.
Yeah, and it's either gonna be love it
Or hate it.
we'll see.
We'll see. See you.
Episode 4
Coming up.
next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.